Hey everyone, it's the infamous Dr. Q here, and this is my Black Ops 2 veteran walkthrough for mission number 4, Time and Fate. Now before the actual gameplay starts, I'm going to talk for a minute about the Strike Force missions. Now apparently, if you fail Strike Force missions, it impacts gameplay later on, and there will be missions you play that you wouldn't have otherwise, whether you successfully complete them or whether you either ignore them or fail them, which personally I'm not that into them at the moment. Not really liking the idea. So for the rest of this walkthrough here, I'm either deliberately failing the ones that I have to play or just not playing them. So I'm going to keep up with that for the rest of this walkthrough, and then when this one is done, I'm going to go back and actually beat those and then show any missions that are absent from this particular walkthrough or any variants thereof. And on the subject of this walkthrough, I'm actually getting my ass kicked a lot in this game, which is weird. I've played every Call of Duty since Modern Warfare on veteran difficulty, and I've never had this much trouble with it. And like looking at game footage, going frame by frame, you can go from full health to dead in about 2/3 of a second, sometimes half a second. And snipers are sometimes able to place two accurate shots slightly less than 1 second apart. So that's like someone you can't even see killing you in 1 second. It's getting kind of ridiculous. But I will prevail. It's just these videos are apparently going to have a lot of edits. But honestly, I think that's probably more useful for a walkthrough if the person doing it isn't doing everything absolutely immaculately, because then it's of little value to people who actually need assistance with this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rationalizing. So, go on to this little sequence here where Menendez punches out Noriega and then goes on a fucking shotgun and machete spree. Pretty much to get through this, you just have to never stop for anything and don't go out of your way to kill anyone. Just keep running, because you can take a just obscene amount of damage. Now periodically you'll get this adrenaline surge, and that's, as far as I can tell, the only time in this game that being shot while running doesn't cancel your sprint, which I'm kind of fucking pissed at Treyarch for doing that, because it's part of what's making this so difficult. So when you're trying to get across, you know, some sort of no man's land and you don't have a lot of covering fire, it fucking cancels your sprint when you get shot. That's fucking horseshit. So anyways, apparently you have to kill that guy before you can open this door. I thought I could just run up to it and open it. So you gotta run through the barn and get pushed by a horse and some stupid shit. Back to the machete. It switches your weapons for you automatically for some reason. I mean, it is really interesting and fairly well done sequence. I mean, it really does get across the point that this dude is fucking crazy as hell and absolutely determined to protect his sister. And we all know that doesn't really work out too well for him, so you get in here, shoot that guy, and then there's this guy, and this guy, and then just run up to the door. And that's the end of this sequence. So now we go back 15 minutes, and we're playing as Mason again. Now you'll want to take the Barrett out and do a little sniping. Now normally there are going to be guys on that rooftop. I didn't move forward far enough for them to spawn in. Fucking hate when they do shit like that. Okay, look at those people who magically appeared on the roof. Woo. Now the first time I played this mission, I had no trouble with this part. Like, I didn't snipe or anything. I just ran on through with my Galil out, and I didn't get killed a lot. And then when I started replaying it for the video capture, I started getting killed, like, standing this far back. So that's why I started sniping people. That seems to help out a bit. And another thing I didn't notice is the current of the river moving me. Like, I remembered shooting people from the river and not constantly moving sideways like this. At first I thought my controller was, like, decalibrated somehow, which I don't think that even happens with the modern analog controls. So you want to push forward a little bit, take out those two snipers there. Here's me like, what the fuck? And there will be some more guys up onto the roof to the left over here. And also some guys coming out over here. I mean, there's a lot of places for enemies to pop up that you won't really notice for a good long stretch here. And it really does make this this level a bit of a challenge. Now, once you've cleared out this area enough, you want to run alongside the left here, and then just up here there's a checkpoint, which it doesn't actually say it's a checkpoint until I'm like, I actually never said it was a checkpoint, but there is a checkpoint there. See? Now that last death there, that was 21 frames. Full health to dead in 21 frames. It's slightly over 2/3 of a second. It's fucking nuts. And there's like probably about 7 people that I can't see who can shoot me right now. Yeah, this one actually made the last mission look like less of a pain in the ass. It really wasn't all that bad now in retrospect. So I just want to keep advancing a bit. There's a guy over here that I snipe eventually. There he goes. Now you want to take out these guys that are at the top of that little hill. And then move up to where this machine gun nest is and chuck a nade in there. Will make your life a lot easier. There's a building just on the other side of this little shack. There's 2 guys on the roof over there. Yeah, then there are these random mortar hits that can kill you instantly. All over this area. Made it great fun. It's always really awesome when I'm actually doing well on something and then dumb luck fucks me over. So here you want to hang back. You don't want to move too far ahead because that spawns in a truck with a machine gun on the back. Just sort of hang back a little bit and pick people off with the Barrett. I believe the truck's coming. Take out the driver, take out the gunner. So you get up to this little ridge here, and you just sort of need to creep along it a bit and pick these guys off. You do need to be extremely careful because, like I said, you die insanely fucking fast in this. I believe there's some guys hiding down by that little cart by the side of the road there. Thankfully they didn't decide to start shooting me here. And there are guys up in these windows. So like any one of those guys could have just totally ruined my shit right there, but they didn't. Yeah, if you get hit by a single sniper round, you need to get to cover immediately. 2 shots and you're dead with those bad boys. Sometimes it almost seems like 1. So almost everyone out there is dead at this point. So now you want to move forward, and that spawns in another truck with a machine gun. So I like to go in and just duck behind this cover here, and usually try and take him out with a nade. There's also a few other guys on the ground that spawn in too. I don't think this grenade worked though. It hurt someone, but I don't think it killed anyone. There's the guy still on that machine gun. Okay, so he's down. Now, when you move forward here, a guy runs out. And be on the lookout for a weapon with a grenade launcher, because it will make your life much easier later on. And just try to spot these 2 guys up on the upper level, shoot them in the legs. You can get in close enough to shoot them in the legs without taking any damage. And then you move into this room here where you have to wait for Hudson and Woods to come forward and kick the door open. Or I guess they just open it gently. So they engage in a bit of dialogue, but before cutscene or checkpoint happens, you'll want to open this up and grab the mortars. That way you only have to do it the one time, if you sit there and watch their dialogue, the checkpoint happens, and then you have to do that again. Now, I managed to shoot one of the rooftop snipers before the checkpoint hits, and that guy never spawns back. However, these two guys just seem to keep spawning forever. Because there was a checkpoint there, and I got killed by the sniper, and they're back. And you shoot those two guys, and they'll be replaced by another two before too long. Now, you want to take out that RPG guy, though. Even if you make it to the next checkpoint after this, which I do, and then die, which I did, he'll spawn back in, which is fucking annoying. Now there's another sniper up here. That's the sniper who killed me with 2 shots in less than 1 second, like a dick. And then move around here. If the action's too heavy over there by that doorway, you can throw a mortar in and thin him out a bit. And throw a couple mortars in there for good measure, and try to get one in where that machine gun nest is. It's really hard to hit from here. And then just work on picking them off from here. Don't get overly aggressive. Don't run out into the courtyard. Infinite spawn is off at this point. You just need to clear these guys out. You can take the RPG guy out pretty easily with just a assault rifle like I did just then.
That's the last of them.
And you'll hear a musical cue to let you know that everyone's dead. And then you gotta go stand over here for a second. And here's me looking for a gun with a grenade launcher, and apparently no one had guns. Or at least they ceased to exist once they died. And then you'll get some more dialogue, and Woods is like, I'm gonna kill Menendez. Arrgh.
Grab any intel relating to the Menendez cartel. If you capture him, you bring him to me. We get free talk. You have your orders, Sergeant.
So now you gotta clear out the cocaine bunker, and not in the fun way. So you wait for them to climb down the ladder, and then you can finally go into this little animation.
Keep an eye on Woods. Seeing Menendez again.
Then Hudson's all like, blah blah blah, I'm not Ed Harris, blah blah blah.
Let's make this quick.
So you get in here, and go ahead and throw a mortar in there for shits and giggles, and then I like to move back into this corner here. Now you do have to be careful because people can run in behind you from either direction. But it's a lot easier to take people out around the edge of the bunker just because there's more cover. And an AK-47 ACOG with a grenade launcher on it. Pretty much exactly what I needed at that point. And I think there's just one guy left over there. Not anymore. And then you gotta move forward. Take out the guy in that room there. There might be a second guy, and it's either that or that guy respawns. Because I got killed shortly after this, and then when I reloaded the checkpoint, there's another guy in there. The other way you should check. And now I'm going to go ahead and start clearing out this room with the grenade launcher, because it's hard to figure out where the hell they are in there, and if you stick your neck out too far, your head's going to get blown clean off.
Grab any evidence footage, burn the place to the ground. Come on, Mason! Fucking junkies!
So you get in here, and then you climb the ladder through a canned animation, and before you can even do anything, you're taking damage. It's kind of annoying.
Damn, Woods! Woods! Also, Mason, I'm not letting this bastard escape!
And then you just need to make it through this little courtyard here and up and around the stairs, and then that's the end of this horrible fucking mission. So through the door, and then Woods throws a nade, and then shit gets real.